Alright, today is the third day working on this. I mean, not full day, but you know, we're trying to just do a little bit at a time while we wait for the rest of the parts to get here. So that way, whenever everything is here, we're not bombarded with stuff to do. We'll pretty much be ready to go. You know, just slap the bags in and call it done. So today, we're gonna do some wiring. We're gonna plumb the tank. I gotta hook up some sensors, you know, all that crap. And it looks like I'm gonna have to cut some wires and resolder them back together because the wires that came with it are just too long. So just kind of watch what we do and you'll see what I'm talking about. So all the wires leading off of this box, it's made to go far away if you need to, but far away where I need to put it is too far, so close will work better. I'm gonna go ahead and cut all these plugs off, shorten it up, resolder them, all these. It's just a lot of work. It's not the hardest thing to do, just a lot of work, time consuming. And hopefully in a couple days, you know what time it is. Yeah. Jeffrey doing a little bit of plumbing. I'm about to jump down there and hook some of these wires up. Get that going right up in there. Tank will go over it, it'll be completely hidden. Go ahead and hook up this bi-air compressor. Got a good spot for it up underneath there too. Of course, this compressor does not just go right up in where it's supposed to go, not without a fight. So once again, I'm making some brackets. Go ahead and butcher those up. Those are some scrap pieces that I'm pretty much using to the very end. That's why I save all this crap. A little spit shine on there. Plug and play my ass. Alright, as you can see, the brackets worked out really good. This thing is solid as a rock. It's not going anywhere. There's someone doing a donut out front. Cool. Now it's time to run some of these wires, trim them off, and do how we do it. Make some sense out of them. Cut all the plugs off, as you can see. Take a major chunk of the wire out, and we'll resolder it back together. Pretty soon this mess will look brand new, factory. I'm gonna remove some batteries out of the way so we can drill a nice little hole. Get some power up in here. Got the wires up into the cabin, gonna send them over to the batteries. Gotta solder all this stuff together. That's next. Alright, check it out. Everything's wired up. I still got a lot more other little stuff to go, but I know this thing will light up right now, so let's see what it looks like. That's pretty tight. It needs to be set up, and I'm not ready to set it up yet, but that gives you an idea. Time to solder and heat shrink all this stuff. Got the wires all stripped back, ready for solder. Heat shrink tube is already on the wire. Got the Cadillac of all butane torches, the Steinel, and it's time to fuse these together. Alright, got these all soldered up. Everything's nice and solid. So we'll go ahead and slip over this heat shrink tube. And of course, my favorite part, sealing the deal. Alright, that's a done deal. Now I just have a couple more to do, and then I'll be ready to hook up some bags. Yep, it's another day. Got more wires to solder. Got a couple of plugs. And then from here, I'll run some air lines and attach some more fittings. Put the tank back in, and I just wait till Monday when the bags get here. So let's go ahead and do this. Another morning. Another day working on these airbags. I mean, I'm only doing a couple little things at a time, trying to make sure everything's perfect. And I don't have all the parts anyways until Monday, so I might as well take my time and do it right. But right now, I'm basically cutting some wires up. They were really long. I'm taking out huge sections and resoldering them back together so they're perfect length. That way there's no bow ties anywhere, zip tied underneath anything, and it's just right the way it's supposed to be. So right now, got these plugs for the pressure sensors to hook back up. So once those are soldered and heat shrunk, they'll be ready to go. And I think I've already mentioned it before, but if you do a lot of soldering like I do, you're going to want this thing. Little butane soldering torch. I've had all the Home Depot ones and they've all sucked. This one is the best, I'm not even lying. One click. This thing's good to go. Give it just a minute to get warmed up. Give it just a few minutes to get warmed up. Not even a few minutes, like 1 minute at the most, and you're good to go. You see I filled it up with butane, it's refillable. So now it's time to solder up all these wires. Well, the good news is that everything's been cut to length, everything fits perfect in the Tahoe, and it's all going to plug directly into this box. So I'm pretty much done with that part. But I still have to plumb this thing, so that kind of sucks. Well, it doesn't really suck. It's pretty easy. So got all those little fittings down there on the ground. I'm going to slap them in and mount this back in permanently, and it'll be a done deal. Alright, I got 4 holes for the pressure sensors, 4 holes for intake and exhaust, 2 on the other side. And then I've got these holes right here, which are going to go out to all the bags. All these fittings go onto this block. Alright, after a little bit of work, got all the valves on. All that's left to do is clean up some of this rat's nest of wiring, which shouldn't be too hard. Zip tie it up, slap it in. Got everything wired up. Just need to run those hoses out to the bags and over to the tank as soon as I put it back. Got the brains of the whole operation right there. All the wires ran where they need to go. compressor filling up. Got my controller. It needs to be set up, but I'm not ready yet. Alright, the tank is full. Just gotta wait it out and see if it has any leaks. I don't think it does. But let's see if these valves work. Yep. Alright, so I was all prepped up and ready to go for Monday. But as it turns out, my stuff's not going to be here till Wednesday. So I'll have to pick this project up. I'll have to pick this project up where I left off then. So far so good. The air tank isn't leaking, all the valves are working, all the wiring's done. Just a little bit more work to go. So check back in and see how this project goes.